What's up, everyone? I'm Coach D. Hey, thanks for subscribing to my page. We're well over 20,000 subscribers, and now we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, and I really do appreciate you guys. So, how does anyone take Donald Trump seriously? How does anyone think that this guy is fit to be president of the United States? I mean, there's a certain amount of lying we all expect to get from politicians. Like, they might say, on day one, I'm going to do this, when they're really not going to think about it until, a couple of months later. They might say, we're going to give you tax cuts at 20% when it might be 18% or something. I don't know. But there's a level of hyperbole, embellishing that we expect from politicians, right? So the surface level, not being completely honest or embellishing things. We're just whatever, no big deal. Donald Trump lies about things and there's no point to it. Donald Trump lies like a 3 or 4 year old would lie. And these lies, though, they're not 3 or 4 year old lies. They're lies that are getting people hurt. They're lies that are getting people bullied. They're lies that are doing harm to this country, to the educational system. And I don't understand how he'll tell these lies that are absolutely absurd. And no one asks him, when did this happen or where did this happen? And I don't know how many videos like this I've done where I've just talked about an absolutely absurd lie that Donald Trump tells, and not a journalist, not a person in the crowd, not anyone has ever asked, where the hell are you hearing this from? So today he's at a barbershop and someone asked him, how are you going to fix the schools in New York? And he goes back to the transgender lie. And again, it is a lie that is getting people hurt. It is a lie that is harmful to a community that is just trying to exist.
Have here in the Bronx, what are we going to do?
They're failing.
What are we going to do to improve that in our school systems?
Well, we're moving them back from Washington, where you have people that don't care about New York, frankly. In Washington, I don't know if you ever noticed this, you go Department of Education, you got half the buildings are Department of Education. I never saw, you don't need any of them. I want one person and a secretary to just make sure they're teaching English, okay? Give her a little English, okay? I say reading, writing, and arithmetic. No transgender, no operations. They take your kid. There are some places, your boy leaves the school, comes back, a girl, okay? Without parental consent. What is that all about? That's when they talk about a threat to democracy, they're a threat. Could you imagine, without parental consent? At first, when I was told that was actually happening, I said, it's an exaggeration. No, it happens. It happens. There are areas where it happens. We're not going to let it happen.
First of all, the question was, how are you going to fix the school system? The guy didn't want to know your propaganda about transgender people. And telling a room full of brown people that you're just going to make sure they teach English is way out of touch. But okay. But he wants to know, this guy asking this probably has a kid who goes to school who has seen, facilities not being upgraded, who has seen, books being old, not being upgraded, who has seen test scores dropping, who has seen grades dropping. He wants to know about those things. He doesn't care to hear your hate towards the transgender community. And again, these lies are getting people hurt. These lies are harming a community. And it bothers the hell out of me that the buck dancing journalist sitting there next to him from Fox News listens to that and doesn't want to know where this is happening. The fact that he doesn't say, Trump, you've said this a few times, and honestly, this is appalling to me that this is happening. Could you shed some light on us where this is happening? Because, I'd want to send letters to the school why are you changing genders of kids, doing operations in schools without parental consent or parents even knowing about it in a day? Kid goes to school at 9 a.m., comes home at 3 p.m., a different gender. So, Mr. Trump, would you mind like enlightening us about where this is happening? The fact that no one said that, even a couple of people in there laughed, but even the guy standing there should have said, where's that happening? I mean, maybe they put a room full of Trump supporters in there so they don't ask, but there's no way I could sit there and listen to him say that and not say, where is this happening? Specifically, which school and what city and what state is this happening? We have the most irresponsible journalists in this country, the most irresponsible media in this country that would allow Donald Trump to just lie about something so absurd, so horrible, and so harmful to a community of people who are just trying to exist without being persecuted. And Donald Trump is out there telling lies that are getting these people persecuted. My goodness, people, this is pathetic. How is anyone supporting this dude? Seriously, tell me in the comments. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.